Every developer using Claude Code has faced the frustration of context resets. Imagine spending an hour explaining your refactoring strategy, only to have it wiped out when you hit the session limit. Suddenly, you're forced to retype the same standards, error handling instructions, and testing requirements over and over. This repetitive cycle isn't just annoying, it's a massive time sink. Research shows developers lose 15–30 minutes per session just re-establishing context. For teams, this adds up to hours each week, draining productivity and morale. But what if there was a way to break this cycle for good? Claude Code plugins are the breakthrough solution to the context loss dilemma, released in October 2025. These plugins act as persistent memory modules, bundling your coding standards, testing patterns, and best practices into reusable packages. Once installed, they eliminate the need to repeat instructions, saving developers hours each week. With plugins, your team's knowledge and standards are always remembered, no matter how many times you hit the session limit. This persistent architecture is transforming how teams work, making context loss a thing of the past. Let's break down the real cost of context loss. Every time you re-explain your coding standards, you're losing 15–30 minutes. Multiply that by every session, and for a 5-person team, that's over 60 hours a month, essentially the output of 1.5 developers lost to repetition. It's not just time, it's also quality and onboarding. Standards drift, frustration rises, and new team members take days to get up to speed. Plugins solve all of this by automating context retention and enforcing consistency across every session. Claude Code plugins are more than just add-ons. They're structured packages containing 4 powerful components. Slash commands act as shortcuts for complex procedures. Agents bring domain expertise like security or performance. MCP servers integrate with external systems, and hooks automate actions at key events. This modular architecture separates knowledge definition from use, ensuring every developer inherits the latest standards instantly. Change a plugin, and your whole team is updated. It's version control for your AI's context. Security Scanner Pro is a must-have for any development team. With a single command, it scans your codebase for vulnerabilities like SQL injection, weak password hashing, and missing rate limits. What used to take hours of manual auditing now takes just 90 seconds. Even better, you can automate scans to run before every commit, ensuring your code is always secure. This plugin alone can save your team hours each week and protect your project from costly security breaches. Testing is essential, but often tedious. Test Generator Elite automates the creation of comprehensive unit, integration, and end-to-end tests. In just 60 seconds, it generates tests covering happy paths, edge cases, and error handling, complete with mocks for external dependencies. This replaces what used to be a 90-minute manual process. You can even use TDD mode to generate tests before you start coding, ensuring robust coverage from the start. Keeping documentation in sync with code is a constant struggle. Documentation automation solves this by scanning your codebase and generating up-to-date OpenAPI specs, API docs, and changelogs automatically. What once took 45 minutes per endpoint now takes just 2 minutes, and you can set it to auto-regenerate docs after every merge. This ensures your documentation is always current, reducing onboarding time and preventing costly misunderstandings. Code Quality Guardian brings parallel code review to your workflow. It deploys specialized agents to analyze security, performance, maintainability, and architecture all at once. A comprehensive review that used to take 75 minutes now completes in just 3 minutes. You can even customize agents for your tech stack, ensuring every pull request meets your team's exact standards. This plugin enforces quality and consistency, freeing up senior developers for higher value work. Refactoring legacy code is risky and time-consuming. Refactor Assistant analyzes code complexity, suggests targeted improvements, and even executes refactors with test verification. It breaks down large files, extracts functions, and ensures test coverage remains high. Monthly scans can identify problem areas before they become technical debt. This plugin makes refactoring safe, efficient, and routine, helping your codebase stay clean and maintainable. Deployments can be stressful, with many steps and high stakes. Deploy Pipeline Pro automates the entire CI divided by CD process. running tests, building, uploading, migrating, health checking, and even rolling back if something goes wrong. What used to take 30 minutes now takes just 3, with confidence that every step is covered. You can even set up auto rollback on failure, making deployments safer and more reliable than ever. Switching between projects often means losing valuable context. The Experimental Context Manager plugin caches your project's architectural decisions, feature progress, and established patterns. When you return, it reloads everything instantly, making project switching 40% faster. While still in beta, this plugin promises to further reduce context loss and keep your workflow seamless, especially for teams juggling multiple projects. Creating your own Claude Code plugin is surprisingly fast and straightforward. In just 15 minutes, you can package your team's expertise into a shareable module. Start by structuring your plugin folder, write custom commands and agents, test locally, and then share it with your team. This process empowers every developer to automate their unique workflows, multiplying productivity across your organization. The results speak for themselves. Security audits are now 99% faster. Test generation and documentation are nearly instant. And code reviews and deployments are completed in a fraction of the time. Teams are reclaiming 12 hours weekly, the equivalent of hiring a 4th developer. Quality has also soared, with higher security catches, better code coverage, and 0 production incidents for 45 days. Plugins are not just a convenience, they're a game changer. If you're still using Claude Code without plugins, you're working harder than you need to. Start by installing Security Scanner Pro and Test Generator Elite. These 2 alone will transform your workflow. Then, try building your own plugin to automate your team's unique standards. Share your creations and watch productivity multiply. The Claude Code plugin marketplace is growing rapidly, with over 200 plugins in just 6 weeks. Now is the perfect time to get ahead. Claude Code plugins represent a new era in AI-augmented software engineering. By packaging expertise and automating best practices, they free developers to focus on what matters most, building great products. With multi-agent orchestration and even more advanced plugins on the horizon, the future is bright for teams that embrace this technology. Don't let context loss hold you back. Start using plugins today and unlock your team's full potential.